Okay, perfect. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah, I can hear you, Bill.
Is this microphone better?
Yes.
Yes.
Way better. He said that you had that Janet Jackson hairpiece.
Oh,
He said, give that back to Paula Abdul.
Baby, that wasn't working at all. Hey, aunties, it's Jasmine Masters. I need to know, what is brewing today?
Introducing Auntie Jush, aka Jasmine Masters.
Ask your aunties, not for the love of drag.
things that make you go ooh. Now get your cups ready for Minority Report.
Well, hello. Welcome to Minority Report. It's Auntea Kerel.
Auntie Henny.
And Auntea Tequila.
And I know y'all like, wait, hold on, Auntea Tequila, where's Auntie Dawon at?
Right.
What's going on? No, we did not kick her out, Destiny's Child. We did not kick her out, Destiny's Child, like Latavia.
Oh, Farrah, she didn't forget her luggage, okay? She's still on the way.
but she had to deal with some family situation. Exactly. So Dawon had to deal with some family situations. So we're like, you know what? Let's get our Auntie Tequila back here and help us out. And this fourth voice you're about to hear, I'm trying to think, how can I set this up? So it's the judge, it's the it's the IG queen of the world, in my opinion. One and only, but as mama call her Martell, right? But
Right.
The world calls her Miss Jasmine Masters.
Hey.
Hey. What's up, man?
What's going on, aunties?
What you doing today, boo?
I'm good. I just got done eating, so that's a good thing.
I know, like we were talking
like
before she got
20
on
chicken
here.
wings.
I know, that's what I had too, girl. That's what I had. Yes.
I like the chew, baby. Yes.
I know she was like, I don't woke up off this nap and I had my ties mixed up a little bit. And I was like, let me just double check. And I was like, I know that feeling when you're like, damn, I ain't got all this time to take a nap after all.
And I was in a good position too. Oh shit. But I kept it the same. So once this is over, I'll dive back in bed and catch me a couple of hours.
That's the way to do it.
That is how it's
Especially
done.
after a 20-piece. Shit.
Oh yes. I have broke
the
that
itis
baby.
is real. You fighting demons right now internally, girl. I know.
And I'm on this coffee trying to keep it together, but I'm cute. I'll make it through.
That's right. I know that's right. But before we even like really dive into the episode, we do need to take a quick moment just to I don't even know how to say it. It's just like Ma'Khia Bryant's family, we are thinking of you.
Mm-hmm.
Like we couldn't even get through like the Derek, I don't even know the murderer's name. I forget his name. It's not even worth it. But he got the 3 counts of guilty. So it's just like almost like this bittersweet feeling from that. Of like, damn, we don't get George back. But at least accountability was, upheld there. And then seriously, the second you're like, okay, wow, maybe the ball's rolling forward. Then we start seeing trending on Twitter and everything, Ma'Khia Bryant out of Columbus, Ohio being shot, only 16 years old.
It wasn't a whole 90 minutes.
No.
Like, we were doing another recording for Have a Nice Gay, and actually I was reading it as we were recording that.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was just, we can't have no peace. Like, we just can't have no peace. Like
for losing.
And like honestly, like a part of me of like I'm even more mad. I want to take back all those tears. I was crying and feel like, oh, I'm having a sense of relief. Like I can inhale. Nah, bitch, exhale, inhale, right back. Cause here we go. Like,
yep.
And it was just interesting today. Like during my day job, like it always seems like these monumental random moments fall on like days I have one-on-ones with my manager. and she was just asking, "How are you
Who's
doing
Stacey?
today?" I know, right? We'll get to the manager name here in a second. But and she was just asking, "How are you feeling today?" And I was like, "I don't even quite honestly know how to feel anymore." I was like, I didn't know I was still holding on to a lot of the George Floyd stuff until the guilties came through.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like instant tears. But then, right the second you feel a sense of relief, like you said, Jerrell, then you read this other shit. And it's just like, what am I supposed to do? And it's like, I don't know. I don't know how to feel anymore. I don't. And you get tired of getting your hopes up, quite frankly.
Yeah.
I'm just ready to fight. Honestly, I'm ready to start I'm ready to get back out here in these streets. I'm ready to start protesting again. I'm ready to start being out here and getting loud, because this whole sitting down and waiting for the law to take care of shit, it's not what's up for me no more. It ain't providing any type of relief for me. It ain't helping my sanity or my mentals, whatever. So I'm gonna take matters into my own hands, and I'm ready to take to these streets. At this, burn everything down. I'm ready to scrap. Like, I don't have it anymore. I'm not playing nice anymore. I don't need another white person asking me how you doing. I don't have time. I don't have time for it. I'm just through with it.
I think that's the loaded question. How are you doing? What do you like? How am I supposed to be doing?
Like, what answer am I supposed to give you?
Yeah, you want me to lay it out for you, like, oh, A, B, and C, but it's not an A, B, and C type of situation.
Right.
You're right.
It's to be careful, because you can catch these hands too, kind of answer. That's what I'm giving.
D was not a choice.
Okay,
D was not a choice.
Right. D for D's hands.
Baby, today is not the day for the shit. Yep.
Mm-mm.
No. Yeah.
So yeah, like, community, however you got to feel it, because we understand it. Take the time you need to protect your mental. You know, we're a big proponent of that. Protect your mental, especially in these situations where the roller coaster ride of the emotions are high and low, seemingly by the hour.
And I just want to. Oh, go ahead, baby.
Go ahead. No, go ahead. Go ahead.
I just want to clarify when I said that I don't want white people asking me questions. I'm talking about for me. Don't ask me how you doing. You know, some other black folks want you to check in on them, but I can't keep my shit together, because I might end up in jail, because you ask a question you already know the answer to, because you obviously listen to the podcast, so you know how Auntie Henny feel.
He's back to only having two emotions.
That part.
Okay.
That part.
Sleep and fight.
Them 5 is gone.
Them 5 extra ones gone. That we done developed 5 extra emotions for Auntie Henny over the last 2 years of this podcast. Out the window. But anyway, what you have, Tell, though? You wanted to say something. Yeah. I had cut you off.
I don't know the full story of it. I'm getting pieces of it, because now the media had just put so much out there, and you're just seeing the same old thing. But what I did gather or hear was that some people were trying to jump her, and she called the police for help.
Yes, that's what I heard too. She called them for help.
It's gonna make me boohoo, because it's just like, what do you do? And she's 16. Like, how are you that scared of a 16-year-old girl? That's the part I just still can't comprehend.
Picture, because they're showing the picture of her, I guess, with a knife attacking a girl, or it showed like she's about to stab the girl. And I'm like, what is this? And I don't know, like, what I'm looking for. I'm just seeing what people are posting. Everything is not true.
I saw that too.
So I'm like, is this the same situation where the girls are trying to jump her? You know, because y'all showing this one picture, but what's before? Like, I don't know, you know, if that's the right story or not. Exactly. But people are saying yes, it is. And it was like, well, you know, she was attacking somebody who didn't have nothing. But I'm like, if she was getting jumped, everybody gonna get it. If you coming to me to jump,
okay, everything's a weapon.
Yeah,
I'm grabbing the nearest branch.
It ain't no rule what you can do when you can get jumped by somebody. Now, the police is there to help, but
right. And then she gets shot 5 times, right? 4 or 5 times.
4.
Right.
I think they said 4.
And First of all, it don't even take that many. Let me tell you
how.
Yeah.
Like she clearly, if she had a knife and you had a gun, you had the upper hand.
Yeah.
You had the upper hand when you pulled up and saw it was a bunch of teenage girls. That part, yes. Okay, she had a knife. Again, if she getting jumped, like, okay, like she fucking called you, saying, "Hey, I'm getting my ass beat right now.
Yeah,
I need help." And so I get that. Yes, maybe you pull up and you don't know who's who in the situation. I get it, but I still just don't know how cops cannot handle a situation without killing Black people. Why don't you, if you wanted to shoot somebody, why don't you shoot them in the ankle? Like the kneecap.
I say the same thing.
Like,
you ain't got to kill them.
And then shoot them like that 5 times? I don't get it. I will never get it.
That was murder to me.
Mm-hmm.
Because you could have got her in the leg, the hand, held the arm. You didn't have to 4 times. Come on.
That's too
much. You could have pulled the Harlem Nights and shot a pinky toe off.
Hello. Shit. Had her limping or something. And he looked at nerdy and shit. Couldn't defend his own self.
I don't know anybody who gonna keep fighting as you hear bullet sounds. You could even just start somewhere near. You could have shot the ground or something. I would have heard one, boop, I'm gone. Like I'm going up the direction. Like I'm
everything would have stopped. Yeah, you're right.
So to the family and friends in that community, we're thinking of you. I've run out of words to say to try to console because there's no consoling. So
it's not.
That's why I'm fighting. I don't got the words either, girl.
Don't fight too much because, girl, clearly they can't. You know they.
Because what we won't do.
Let me tell you. Look, the
is
truth is
you own the news.
Let me tell you. At this point, we can't do shit anyway. So why does it matter? We can go to the grocery store. You can't be sleeping in your own damn house. You can have a bag of Skittles. You can't be trying to save yourself. You can't be at the convenience store. What can we do? I mean,
you're right.
That's the feeling. I agree. But so
my grandma always told me there are only 2 things that you can do: be Black and die. And at this point, that's what's happening.
Oh, damn.
That's exactly what happened. Like we ain't got shit else.
Damn. Grandma was speaking facts.
She sure was.
Sure was back then.
Right. Come on, Granny. Damn. Got to have me shut up for a second.
Yeah. She told straight facts.
That's how you quiet a room.
Sure did. Okay, Granny.
But Granny told everybody.
So Martell, like for those that don't know who you are, I don't know how they, especially if they listen to this podcast, I don't know how they wouldn't know who you are. Tell them who you are. Where would they know you from?
They would know me from Drag Race, RuPaul Drag Race, that is. They would know me from different memes going around, from Oop, from Just As I Thought Trash, from the gunfire everybody think it was. Shit. I ain't no telling.
Right, that part.
I've been places people say, "Oh, I know you from such and such." Oh, you do? Okay.
It's like, I saw you at the Albertsons. I saw you at the Safeway.
Yeah, everywhere. Like, okay. So, honey, just find me somewhere. I'm everywhere.
I know. Literally, like every day, I see that Miss Jasmine Masters is going live. I'm like, oh, what's she talking about today?
Everything.
Everything. It'd be too funny to me. But like let's start from the beginning. Where are you originally from?
San Diego, California.
Oh, okay. She a Cali girl. Okay.
Very Cali. Cali all the way.
And then how did you even get into drag?
We was at a club. And I was underage, of course. And
that's how it starts.
Always. The story of our lives, right? So, me and my best friend was going to go see Patti LaBelle in concert, but the tickets haven't been on sale yet. And they announced that they was having a contest for an impersonator or whatever, Patti LaBelle something. So my best friend drunk, talking about, bitch, you're going to win us those tickets. He put my name on the list.
Bitch, you gonna win us them tickets.
He gonna win us.
He did. And it's so weird because Kennedy she reminded me so much of my best friend. He passed now, but she reminded me so much of him.
Oh.
And he was like, "You gonna win these tickets, bitch." So I ended up bidding the contest and I won. And ever since then, it just never stopped.
Well, I won the tickets and I was like, you know what, man?
I won the tickets.
Right.
Ugly as I was ugly, honey, but I won. I didn't know shit about makeup, nothing about drag or nothing. I knew how to perform and dance and stuff, but I didn't know anything about, dressing up like a woman. What song did you do? It was like a mix that I did. It started off with, I think it was New Attitude, and then it went into If Only You Knew, and then it was You Are My Friend at the end.
She said,
okay.
Oh, bitch.
It's so weird. Right. Every time I play like the CD, it was like live in New York CD. So every time I hear it, it always takes me to the first time.
That's what.
Bitch had to tuck them balls back.
Girl. Girl. I know, and for those that don't know the "and I oops" story, wasn't it because your balls got squished?
Yes, I sat on my balls.
The pain was real.
Baby, the pain gave my ass hot flashes. So I had to get off of there. I had to take that door off and shit. I laid on the floor. I was like, oh, honey, I done tore up my left ball.
See, that's what I think every time I see like someone send that meme. I'm like, if people actually really knew where it came from, it's even fucking funnier to me.
Oh my God, I have worn people out with the story. They said, where did it come from? Like me smashing on my balls.
With my balls was done.
I honestly had no idea. So this is news to me.
That's why when I went to go lean up, I was trying to like adjust myself. And when I leaned up and sat down, that's when I hit that ball. And I was in the middle.
Not the ball.
The ball. Like, you know that you get that quick pain, that burning sensation that go all through you and stuff. I had to get out that shit. I needed the floor.
It's like your stomach started hurting.
Yeah, like God damn. It's I didn't want to get no dick in this blood the way it's feeling. Like I ain't gonna even clean my water today.
Right. It ain't working today.
It ain't working today. I done got a pain that cut
Save on my water bill. Save on my water bill today. Oh my Lord,
goodness, that's too funny. That makes it makes so much more sense now. And I'm like, oh, that was the body trying to process the damage. Before I move, I need to know what state I'm gonna be in.
Yeah.
Because you know it's always that little split second. Right. So it's that split second before you're like, oh, is that about to hurt? Is that yep, that hurt. That hurt.
Baby, I already knew. This is a bad one. I got to get off. So that's where it came from. And that's like 4, 5, 6 years old.
That's wild.
Yeah, every video.
Have they at least healed since then, girl? They good?
Oh,
they good
now, yeah, baby.
Okay,
I've been
look.
busting us and tearing up. Yeah, I've been cut up. Yeah, they was baby. They was working that night too. I just needed a moment to let them settle through. But yeah, they was, I was waking up saluting to the world and stuff. It was good.
Man. It was like, I'm back, bitch. I'm back. Papa was a man. So you said like you had never done drag then. So like, how did you steadily learn and then grow the character of Jasmine Masters? And like, I know how you got the name. But what made you decide, oh, that's for sure it? Or did you go through different iterations and then landed on Jasmine Masters?
Baby, I had about 10 minutes or so to come up with a name because I didn't know anything about coming up with a first name. And I was already like not adopted, but I already had found like a drag mother at the time. And I didn't know what that shit was. The drag mother calling me a daughter. Like, what the fuck? Yeah. But, I didn't know that. So I had the last name Masters. So right before they was about to call me out, she like, what's your name? So I'm like, bitch, you know my name. She like, no. No.
So, it's Martell.
Yeah, you need your drag name. And I'm like, what? So we shooting out names and stuff. Nothing's working. So I go through all my list of favorite female singers and actresses and stuff. And then Jasmine Guy Whitley from A Different World, Jasmine just worked with Masters. So I was like, okay, I like that. Then the host just called my name out. My music start. So I had to go. So I was like, oh shit. So then I never, I didn't go through any more names because my name was already so big after I performed and stuff. So I was like, why change it? You know?
Yeah.
And I couldn't think of no more names. Shit.
Right. It's like I went through all the actors and shit. Patty Masters, Janet Masters.
I did. I went through everybody. I'm like, none of them names sound right to me. But that's how I got it. And I've been the same Jasmine Masters for about 27 years.
27 years.
Oh, 27 years.
Come on now.
I know that's right. That's
yeah.
So you've been doing drag since you were 3.
Just about. I was about 16 and I'm 44 now. I'll be 45 in October.
Wait, so have you had like a quote unquote regular job ever? Like, did you like work at like a Kroger?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I did. I had a job like maybe the first, I'm gonna say like maybe the first 4 years of me doing drag. But then I was doing benefit shows and shit. I didn't know drag queens made money.
Yeah.
It didn't become a real career until like maybe that 3rd year or something when I started realizing, oh, you can make money from this shit. Yeah. Then I started thinking about it. Then I quit my job and did it full time. And now I'm here full time.
That's what's up.
I know that.
Yeah.
I've never done it. It's still to this day, I'm like, I want to do it, while my knees still work. Like that I'm still a little movable.
Baby, yeah, you need them knees, honey. You need them knees to work.
But I want someone to like paint me like legit though. Like, I mean, I guess I live in Atlanta, so there's.
I would say,
oh, baby, they could definitely rearrange and reconstruct over there.
But it's just like it's still on my list to do at least once because I think I'll kill it. I really genuinely.
It ain't easy. I've done it once. It is not easy.
What song would you do?
Ooh, probably "Freak 'Em" just by Beyonce.
Fun fact, that's the exact song that I did mine too. Right. That's the one time I did it for a softball fundraiser. It was to that.
The question is, did you do a reveal?
Ooh. No, I did not.
It wasn't a real freak.
Let me tell you. And first of all, let me tell you. And the other thing is, I was in my sister's closet. Okay, like I didn't go buy my own stuff. I was like, I was still the same size as my little sister. So I was like, oh, we can wear the same size. Boom, say less. So I was in her closet. This was probably 2009, 2010. Yeah, it was a wrap. I tried it one time. I said, not this too hot for this shit. Woo, girl.
Baby,
let me tell you, it gets hot. Yeah.
You have a lot going on.
So does the tape, like, because I'm a sweater. Like I sweat.
I don't do no tape.
You don't do no tape.
I ain't doing no tape.
So you just kind of maneuver and it is what it is.
It's gonna have to be. I ain't doing no tape. I ain't pushing my balls up in my socket. I push everything to the back, put on some nice little dun drawers and pad up, and that's it. Now you see a little lump, I'm sorry, but I'm not pushing my balls up there.
Like, not today, Jesus.
Yeah, and when I wear like that coat it's like a coat dress, so it goes like right to my like mid stomach area, so you don't see like a hourglass figure. All you see is this big poof. So I don't wear pads and all that stuff underneath that stuff.
I know,
because you don't see
your
it.
body is like she be getting the abs and everything. I'm like, my goodness. You be wearing I've seen the ones where you be wearing like them crop tops and shit. I'm like, okay, body.
I can't have no the entrance looking like that. Look,
bitch. Coming in with body out of here. I'm like, oh, okay. Jada Essence saw who? She did it first. Body. Shit.
Yeah, I just, shit. I don't know.
Say genetics.
Right. That part. Get it from my mom.
Yeah, and I'm real hyper though. I'm super hyper. So my metabolism is off the chain. Always has been.
If you ever want to loan it out for a few days,
You know?
Right here.
Okay.
Like, let me just have them abs for a day.
Okay. Hey, I'm over here eating rabbit food, trying to just lose just 5 pounds, honey. It's
yeah, I mean, it's a blessing to be able to eat, you know, like whatever I eat and not gain weight, because I hear people talk about it all the time. And I just be sitting there chewing, like, I ain't gonna have that problem.
She said, look, like, that sounds like a PP, a personal problem right there.
Right.
Okay. I'm like, baby, I've been this size since I was a kid. I don't know. I just, you know, it's amazing.
Did you think you would be doing drag 27 years later? Was that like something you were like, you know, I want to definitely do this for the rest of my life? Or was it just kind of like you just kept going and here we are 27 years later?
Well, I do know I said I was going to do it until I just didn't need to or I didn't want to anymore.
Yeah.
But I did know that it was going to be a career for me because I seen what was already out there. I just had to go get it, you know? Because I had people who been in the business since like the late 70s, the 80s, the 90s. And they was telling me, this is how you get longevity. You go do this, you learn this, you did that. So when I got their plan on what worked for them, I just followed what they had told me. And it was already working rapidly because I was doing benefit shows for people like the Imperial Court System, raising money for different stuff. And that was making people around the world get to know who I was and see me perform. So they was booking me here, booking me there. So I knew I was on the right path. I just had to make sure I just stay in the right mindset, you know, and not try to get bougie or something like that, which I'm on top of that. Because, you know, people do get big-headed once they get a step or somewhere, you know.
Ooh. That's an oop for real.
That's it. That's it. And I oop. So, yeah.
So what's the biggest difference then, I guess, because you've seen drag before it's become like the drag race culture and things like that. What's the biggest difference? And maybe what's the biggest pro of what drag race has now become? And what's the biggest con of it now being so mainstream?
Ooh, that's a hard, well, it's not hard. It's just so much. I would just say this, being someone who like started before Drag Race, who was there when Drag Race started, who wasn't on the show until I got on the show and then afterwards.
Yeah.
It's a good thing and it's a bad thing. Everything good has a bad. And a good thing is that drag is getting exposed into like a better light, I believe, and they get to see that it's just art, fun, and whatnot. But where it becomes a slap in the face is where you have performers who've been out there for 30 years, who've been around the world, who've done all these titles and stuff, which is all we had to promote ourselves and to be known and seen. They still working for $100. But when a girl come in from Drag Race, you know, we can make some money. You know what I mean? So to them, it's a slap in the face. But then I also have to remember it's business. Because we're on TV, because somebody's seen us, they know a crowd that wasn't there before would bring out a new crowd when we come and the bar can make money. Yeah. So, you know, I say it's true on that part, on the business side, but you still got to take care of the people who's been here for tables and chairs for years. So, you know, that right there is where it's like, oh shit, like it's a good thing, but you still forgetting about the ones here.
Do you have to go on Drag Race to be successful now?
No.
Okay.
No, not at all.
So it hasn't gotten to that point then.
You didn't have to do that then. It's just easier.
Got it.
You know, it was just much easier to be known and get a lot of success going on because you on this TV show. But no, you don't have to be. I know a lot of really good, successful girls. They ain't been on that show. Right. Don't want to go on it. Don't even watch it.
Yeah.
You know, I think it's just you and your drive and how much you want to go for it and what your dreams are.
Right. That's interesting because like I lived in Dallas before moving to Atlanta, and moving to Dallas from Chicago, it surprised me how big the scene was there, and like at that time, I didn't even really watch Drag Race. So I was just like, okay, whatever. I just like drag queens. It is what it is. And seeing some of the folks before, now some of them have been on the show, like the Asia O'Haras and things like that. But just thinking, I'm like, these bitches better than some of these folks that have been on the show. I'm like, and I hope they get the shine without having to get on the show. And it's maybe a personal choice of what direction you want to go. But it's just always interesting to see folks before they go on the show, and you're sitting there thinking like, these bitches are killing, you know? And it's just like, I hope they get their name out there without having to potentially have to go that route if they didn't want to.
Yeah, because like I tell people, especially drag queens and stuff, it's good to be on the show, but it also could be a bad thing for you. There's a lot of girls who got on the show who stopped doing drag, you know, because they get they go home early in the show, so nobody want to book them because they don't think they're any good, which is false. Then you got the internet telling you to, you know, do whatever they want to tell you to do. So between you not feeling good about where you place and how they treating you on that side, you still got people in your inboxes telling you to jump off a bridge and do it. It'd be a lot. Yeah. So I always tell them to be very, you know,
Drag
it's
Race
good.
fandom is crazy.
Baby, you telling me, but I don't give a fuck. I cuss them hoes out. Bitch, you got me fucked up.
I know that's right.
Them, you line your best performer, bitch. I'm gonna tear her ass down on that stage because that's all you care about anyway. You know, and I have done that around on tours with people. Oh, we're gonna put you third, okay? Then they will say, "Can we put you seventh?" No, ma'am. Keep me third. Y'all wanted me third. Keep me in the third spot.
That part.
Well, the show kind of dies down after. That's not my business. If I need to go 7, I need what you paying them to let them go 7. I need that 7. I need that spot that the 7 person get. I need that damn spot. If not, like, keep me around that chair.
Now, but you know, talking about your Drag Race journey, because you've been on 3 seasons.
Yes.
Season 7, All Stars 4, and the Holiday Spectacular. Would you do another season?
No.
Why not?
Right.
Everything is not for me.
Yeah.
And I refuse to let anyone try to paint me out to be something that I'm not. You don't need to paint me out to cuss somebody out. I cuss them out if I need to. But I'm not that. That's not my personality. That's never been my foyer to go at somebody all the time. I ain't never been part of that. You know, I ain't into that shit like that. But I won't go back on there.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
No, ma'am. And I always said, if I go back on there, y'all know I'm winning, or y'all know I'm getting me a show afterwards, and y'all know I didn't spend a fucking dime to get back on there. So if you see it in their pictures on the show, I wouldn't give a. What I learned is, it doesn't matter what you do and what you bring. If they're going to keep your ass, they're going to keep you.
As we see with this current season.
Ooh. Where my drink? Oh, I'm drink. Where my drink at? Drinking action swing for me, Jerrell.
I hear. I haven't been watching it, but I hear. You know.
I don't know how you couldn't. She's loud as fuck.
Ooh.
Well, you know, I hear.
I can't. I hear.
Tequila said, I said what I said.
Yeah, but I don't, I don't be watching it. I forget about it, honestly. And it's boring to me, though.
Yeah. And plus, you've probably seen, you like you said, you know how it works. You've seen the behind the scenes. So sometimes, like, once you see what happens behind, it's just like, okay, I know the formula. Like, you know, it's like, I know how to make this Kool-Aid. I don't need to, exactly.
Yeah. And some people, oh, don't do that. You know, a lot of girls still kissing ass and trying to do this and do that. I'm like, baby, if you haven't seen the light of you getting passed over, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you.
What's the best drag cities then? Like, so say you don't want to go the route of the drag race. Where can they really hone their teeth or the wigs or whatever and really succeed in your eyes?
That's anywhere.
Okay.
You could succeed anywhere. You just got to go out there and do it. You know, if there's not a club around for you to perform at, you go find a club that'll have a drag show.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you have to make it work for you, like with any job. It becomes a job. For me, it's a job. You know, filing taxes, all that.
Right.
So you have to make it work for you.
Yeah.
A lot of girls nowadays don't want to enter a contest because they think they're beyond the contest. No, you're not. Nobody knows you.
Ooh.
You're trying to be known. The best way for you to get known is entering the contest. Now, if your talent is good, that's going to outshine your ugliness. And if you know, and if you're really pretty and done, then they would say, well, she's gorgeous, but her talent sucks, you know?
Yeah.
But you still have to go out there and do something to be known.
Yeah.
Pictures just don't do it.
Queen is. If you can't put on a show, you're not getting my dollar.
You're not getting my dollar.
I don't care what the makeup look like, what the outfit look like. If you ain't putting on a show and putting in work, you ain't getting my dollar.
And you know, I always told the young ones, don't ever rely on tips because they're not guaranteed. Just because there's 5,000 people out there, that don't mean they need to give you $1.
Mm-hmm.
That's why you get paid out the door.
Yeah,
that's a valid statement. That is a very valid statement.
You have to base your bills on what they're paying you to be there, not what the audience is looking like. But they may not give you $1.
That's true. So who maybe is an up and coming drag queen that you're like, oh, that bitch is killing. Like I fucks with her. And maybe you don't want to name names because then people get their feelings and shit. But it's so many. It's at least in my area here in the LA, Long Beach, San Diego area, because a lot of us. But it's so many of them, and I always say my goddaughter, Jasmine Simone, she's Mayhem's Miller's daughter. Okay.
I always say her because she's one of the performers who I seen start, and she asks questions like to me and to Mayhem and to other girls, but she listened.
Yeah.
And when she asked a question, she wanted to know. And what she did, she asked, she got the answer, and then she done it. And she's one of the very few out of the 100 at the time. She's the only one. I had to run that down real quick. She's the only one that I believe out of the 100 that was around maybe 15 years ago, 16 years ago, who is in the circuit.
Okay.
You know, who's performing around the city, who's known, who done things, who, you know, made a great name for themselves. But there's so many other performers out here too. It's just a lot to name.
Yeah. And I'm sorry, I'm like, hold on questions. I'm always just so curious.
Okay. Wait, did you know Miss Chalet? She's the Beyonce impersonator.
Yes.
I know of her. Yeah.
Okay, that's my goddaughter.
Okay.
I've been knowing her since when she first started. Gia Banks, who's now on Legendary.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's my goddaughter.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
She's like, I'm leaving my mark too, bitch. I'm leaving my mark.
When they first started, they're my babies forever. And, you know, I seen them start and grow to where they are now. So it's a lot of them. Yeah.
Is the master's house or family still around?
Family.
Like, are you guys still giving like the master's name out? Okay.
No, we're not.
Oh, no, you're not? No, I'm the last. Thank you.
No, I am the last. Baby, I said that ever since. I've been saying that for years. Like, I'm the last one. The boys, I don't care about having the boys. Y'all have all the boys y'all want. But girls, drag queens, I'm the last one. I was the mold that broke everybody. Tubes, ties, nut balls, sold up assholes, all that, baby. No more girls is coming out. However, my sister, she do have kids, and they have the last name, but that's it. But as far as over here, I don't have any like kids like that, but nobody else is getting the master's name.
Okay, yeah.
It stopped. That name is, unless you're a guy. No more drag queens. None.
Oh,
no more females in the family of masters.
No mas.
Mm-mm.
Well, we haven't asked your auntie's question that we want to get your perspective on. So, what time is it?
Auntie time.
Right,
Auntie time.
Ask
your
Right, auntie. They call me auntie too. I don't know who people are.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? We didn't even ask for like an auntie. Damn.
Yeah.
Here we are, like halfway through the episode.
Before we get to that, we need to.
Auntie
what's your
Jish.
auntie name?
Auntie Jish.
Auntie Jish. Yes, Auntie Jish.
Exactly. It's like, damn, we done slacked on that one.
It's all right. Yeah.
Okay, so this Ask Your Auntie's question says, hey guys, question. Why do other gay guys find drag to be a turnoff? I have dated several guys, and as soon as they find out I do drag on the side for my full-time job as a registered nurse, they bolt. I'm a dude who has no desire to be a woman. I enjoy the theater of drag and its transformation. I just need understanding. Thanks.
Insecurities.
Oh.
That make you want to shout right there.
Right.
But it is, when you said that, that's what I thought of. Is that and not knowing, no knowledge of it.
Mm-hmm.
They don't know the knowledge of drag. They think they know, but they don't know.
Interesting.
But insecurities. Huh?
Henny, what are you thinking?
You know, I think it's part of like that toxic masculinity. You know, they think that because you like to perform in drag that you are less than a man or you want to be a woman or something along those lines. But I mean, like at the end of the day, you know, they're performers, you know, that, you know, they getting that check, getting that money just like the rest of us, you know, and you have to get past this idea of, you know, what someone's supposed to look like too. I think you're selling yourself short when you're trying to put people in boxes and you're like, they got to meet this, they got to meet this, they got to meet this, they got to meet this. Bitch, have you seen you? You probably don't meet this and that too. So like while you're trying to limit what other people need to bring to the table, like you probably selling yourself short at the table too. So check yourself first, you know? Yeah. But I just say you also don't want nobody like that. That's where their mind space is. Because the truth of the fact is relationships at work, and when you're dealing with someone who can't see the bigger picture, who can't see past their own issues, that's too much fucking work for you. And I would tell you to run the opposite direction. Don't taste that tail. That's a no-no.
Yeah.
Big no-no.
I hear you on that. Yeah, I think I agree with you that it's like this, obviously insecurities, but it's just this weird thing about what a man is supposed to be. And I hate it so much. Like I just had a conversation with a friend. Hey, boo, you know what I'm talking about? Like, because he calls me out every time I talk about shit. But it's just like, we'll talk offline. But I didn't call no names. I might have to bleep him out. He gonna be mad, though.
Well, I mean, shit.
But it's just like, and it's just not him. And we had a great conversation, but it's just like a lot of times people are still, even within our community, are still holding on to this idea of what a man looks like and things like that. And if you don't look like that, you're not a man. And that bothers the shit out of me so bad because I'm like, that makes no sense. Go ahead.
But the ones who be saying that be the ones who taking the most dick.
Ow.
Let me tell you something. Before Drag Race, you know, I used to show up to the clubs in drag. I left the clubs in drag. People never see me out of drag. Some of the same guys who used to, I can't date a drag queen, this, and that. I have wore them out before. Ooh, they just didn't know it was me. And I'm sitting there like, don't criticize what you don't want and talk about it when you in the bedroom is a whole woman. You got a high-pitched voice. And you got gap.
Oh,
you know?
Finish him.
Yeah, it's like, do not do that. At one time, we was somewhere, and I had to call this guy out because he was criticizing a guy for just getting up a drag. Oh, man, you too fine to be getting a drag. You shouldn't have did that bullshit. I'm like, well, what's the difference? If he getting a drag and you taking dick, you take dick. You don't even use your dick. So this is making money. You giving up hope.
Ooh.
So what are you talking about? And they, it's like I don't understand how you gonna criticize somebody for dressing up. And this not even what they do for sex. This is just something as an art. This is a job.
Right.
But in the bedroom, you the first one sprawled all out, muscles everywhere,
hitting the Mariah Carey notes.
Yeah, hitting Mariah Carey notes when she first came out. So you know those was hard.
Like the first 3 albums. That is so true. And then I hope for this person that sent this in that you're not diminishing your light, because
please don't.
I would put that out from the get-go. If you're on like these sites and Tinders, put it out there, because like Jerrell said, you don't want to attract someone that does not want the whole of you. And no pun intended. But it's just like they want the whole, but not the whole of you.
Or they want their whole.
Yes.
They don't want they don't want your whole, they want their whole.
Right. So say it from the get-go. Don't wait to be like, now I feel comfortable to say that I do drag. Say it from the get-go, because you want someone that accepts you from the get-go. Because there's nothing worse than diminishing your life for somebody.
Get you somebody who's gonna carry them dresses and wigs.
Thank you.
Thank you. But you know what? But you know what it be too? Just from like experiencing some crazy shit before, but that really ain't start shit, because it's whatever. You have to. It's a gamble with anyone who's in some type of spotlight, because you don't know what that person gonna want from you.
Yeah.
So you don't want to. Sometimes I'm a drag queen. Like I tell them now, baby, you know how to do drag. Okay, we're good. Peace out. You know.
Yeah.
But when you're trying to get someone to know you outside of them thinking about, you doing drag, you have to hold it back, because you want them to know you and not what you do off the back, because it's such a turnoff. And if you get people to understand you and want to know you for who you are outside of work,
right? Because
it's work, for most of us, then this is what I do. Because I dated a guy and we just like ended our little 16-year little whatever we had this year.
16
and
years
when I first
and she said little whatever. I said little what I'm doing over here.
The rest of us is micro then.
Okay.
And when we met, he didn't know I did drag. He just seen me with ones. And he just thought I was like a little go-go dancer somewhere. He's like, well, you got a nice body. So I thought you was a go-go dancer. I'm like, no, I'm a drag queen. Because, oh God. What's his name on that damn Noah's Ark? Alex, the Rodney Chester guy?
Yeah.
Okay. Back in the day, we was like really, really close. So he was at the house one time. And as he was leaving, he was like, oh, bye, Jasmine. So my friend, he looked, he like, who is Jasmine? I'm like, oh, we friends. We just got little nicknames we call each other. And he was just sitting there like, but no, he called you Jasmine though. And your face was like,
he said like a Latin Jasmine.
Yeah. So I had to tell him about the singles and all that. He was like, oh, I thought you were just a dancer. So he was like, I thought drag queens did this. I thought drag queens did this. I thought drag queens did this. Because what he was told was something totally different than what he witnessed and experienced with me. So what he was told about drag queens was true, but not all of them is the same. So I had to teach him that, and he learned that, like, oh shit, like, okay, I get it. You're not what I was told drag queens were. We're not all thieves, we all ain't hoes.
So that's interesting. Now it's kind of almost changing my perspective a little bit, because it's just like, do you, I guess, if you're in this situation like this question, do you actually every single time take the time to explain, or is it not, or is it worth your breath to be like, this is what we are, this is what we do, this is what it is my day job, da 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 da? Or are you just instantly turned off? Be like, damn, okay, now here we go, him saying, they bolt and all this stuff. I ain't gonna chase nobody, kind of deal.
Yeah, it's very spare the moment, It can be one of them things where you're not in the mood just to go through the bullshit. So you're just like, look, I do drag. So if you can't handle that, go on and hop on the train and keep going.
Right.
And if you tell them you do it and they say, okay, that's cool, then okay, then. But it's a gamble. It's a scary gamble, and it's a fucked up gamble that we have to go through. But I'm just giving I ain't never had no problem, so shit.
Ow. Apparently, she's talking about, gutted and gaped,
She seeing holes like that in her back. She's like, she got them wobbly like the Mortal Kombat.
I see her over here with the cigarette like this afterwards. Like, go home now.
Well, she got that blunt. She got that blunt.
Right. Yeah, you have to go home. And that's it's a weird. We have a weird dating system in our community. We have a really bad dating situation in our community. Been like this for years, but it's even worse now.
Really? It's gotten worse.
Mm-hmm. Because we got apps.
Yeah, the apps have kind of ruined a lot.
The apps had killed it. And it's sad because now it's on our phone. See, before we had the Minfordale, the BBC, the Black Planet, the Adam for Adam. That was on the computer. We didn't have computers like that on our phone, kicking it like that.
Right.
But once all that stuff was able to get on our phones and we had different apps, ass and dick was right there in your face.
That's true.
You be in a club and go get it popping in the bathroom real quick behind the damn dumpster in the back. You can get it popping.
Yeah.
It's a mess.
Got that wig going. Yeah.
That's my wig. See, and that was another thing. I don't. Any guy try to talk to me in drag is a turn off.
Really?
Turns me 1,000. I have some fine ones come up to me, but I'm in drag, and that ain't turning me on. This ain't that.
Right. It's like this ain't Martell. That's Jasmine. It's not Martell.
Yeah, and that ain't gonna happen. Ain't nobody sleeping with Jasmine but one man and maybe one woman, and that's they celebrities. So if I ever run across them, it's like I ain't got time to take this off. We can get that. But other than that, I ain't never been into like, oh yeah, come over here and do me. I ain't never been like that.
Gotcha.
I ain't never.
I think I'm fucking wig. I wouldn't care. Like if I was a drag, I'd be like, it is what it is.
It's already hot.
Get this tape off me real quick.
It's too hot.
Yeah, that is true. Because I am a sweater, so I would probably be irritable about being hot.
I can't draw all on you, wig all on you, and eyelashes. Not, baby, take this shit off of me. Makeup and all.
Oh, that's right.
So it ain't never, been exciting to me to do that.
But I guess for whoever sent this question in, if you're listening right now, don't dim your light. There's more dick in the sea.
Ever.
There's more ass in the sea. Like, I mean, don't dim your light. If you love the art of drag,
hole is a goal.
Say a word today. Come on, Tequila.
Any hole is a goal.
Facts.
Go! I can't take all the credit for that one. You have to share the credit with Miss Aquaria for that one.
Okay, there we go. Well, continue to say your question to Ask Your Aunties. What is it? AYA at Minority Report. I've said this like 100 episodes. I forgot backwards. That was weird.
Right.
AYA at minorityReport.com or DM us on IG and all the socials. But we love you sending in your questions. And this was a good one. And this was one that we held on to for a while because we just wanted to be sure to ask this to the right person. None better than Miss Jasmine on that one. So
yeah, it's a lot in that situation, baby.
And
then we also, I'm sorry, and then you have to watch out again for people who want you for your somewhat fame.
The race chasers.
A lot of people, even drag chasers. A lot of people have got with somebody, and all of a sudden the man is, or whoever is doing this with this person, doing this with that person. I've seen a lot go on.
And probably especially with the apps, because like if you are on the apps and like you're at a drag show, it's gonna be like 10, 20, whatever of you there. And so they see that you're there.
I don't even have them apps. I don't be bothered.
That would be interesting. Well, yeah, hang in there, boo. Whoever sent this in there, hang
in there, baby.
And be your best.
You ain't got a man, use your hand.
I know that's right. Sometimes the hand be it. The hand be it sometimes.
And I've already said I'm a whole different person once I'm done. So I'm like,
right. Like, oh Jesus!
For saving myself, I'm like,
right.
Look, it's good for you,
like, why is my phone still playing them sounds? What am I watching?
Right. You feel safer. You feel safe.
Right? I ain't gotta be bothered with no one. We in a pandemic. Oh, good for you, girl.
And you feel safe in time.
And if you're with yourself, you know what you're gonna catch.
Hello.
At least you hope so.
Yeah, that part.
Where that hand been. Yeah.
Right. It's like, I don't know where I've been at. Where I've been at lately. Hold on. So before we get out of here too, we have a quick game that we want to play.
Subways.
Oh, you said stay off the subways.
You stay off the New York subways.
Ooh, who you
Well, I was on there one time and seen them sucking dick.
Did you really? I always wanted to see that.
I seen it. We got on my first time. We got on. We was going to, I think it was Glorious. Is Glorious over there by Manhattan or somewhere? The restaurant's on the corner.
Or wait, Sylvia's?
Sylvia's. That's it, because she got hot sauce and shit.
Yeah.
Yes. Sylvia's, baby. We was getting on the train to go there. And as soon as I got on the train, I looked. I said,
he said, I looked over to my left.
Right. She over there sucking dick. My god brother looked up. And he said, "Oh, it's big too, bitch. She's sucking that dick."
Taking notes like, oh shit.
Randy, we going to the Apollo. She's sucking dick. New York got too much going on for me.
I have never seen that. Like, and you always see it like in like the little porn and shit like that. Like all these times, especially like Chicago, all this time I don't run this L, I ain't seen shit.
I seen that. She was sucking dick.
You clearly ain't been on the L leaving market days.
Well, market days, I'm probably still too drunk to even realize what the hell's going on. But you seen it on market days? Oh, you done it on market days. That's what that look was. Right, that's what that look was. That's what that was.
When you gotta swallow, you can swallow it.
Next question.
Right. That's what that was. Okay.
Okay.
Come on, market days. I love me some market days, though. So, okay, we're going to play a quick game that we say that we're going to call it Things That Make Me Go, Ooh. You know I love those.
Okay.
Okay. And so you're going to have to oop one of these. It's an either or question. You got to oop one and you got to love the other. And they're not going to be easy.
Okay.
So the oop
and
is
the
out
oop
of here.
Is like,
it's out of here.
Okay.
All right. We brought this first one up before. It popped in my head before we started recording, and I'm just going to do it. Janet or Beyonce? Who you ooping?
That's a setup. That's a setup. I mean, I know
this is easy for me.
I know Tequila answer.
But you know
what? This is so easy for me.
I know
Beyonce and love Janet, because without Janet, there would be no Beyonce.
But why would you put them two in the same category and they not?
That's true.
Shit. That's
why. It's gotta be hard. It's gotta be a hard question.
I have to say Janet because I grew up on her since she was like a kid since she was a kid on TV.
Mm-hmm.
So I have longevity with her because
I know Penny. He's like, I know Penny.
Yeah, I know Penny with the iron.
Yeah. And her acting is better.
Yeah.
Ooh, you might be right on that though. You're right on that. Janet's acting is better than Beyonce's. Damn. So we open B.
Well, I mean, we got to go with longevity. I can't cut off half my lifespan, you know.
Yeah, you're right on that. Give me a beat. Who you got, Henny?
No.
Who you ooping?
I ain't playing.
He's struggling. Girl, she mad.
Look.
She's like, you ain't getting this on record.
Look, okay. Look.
Okay,
and I'm from Gary too, so I can't stand it. I grew up down the street, so I can't oop Janet.
It's like
2300 Jackson Street.
That's right. Almost home.
Right.
That's why I asked about they're not in the same league. It's like, why would you put them? They're not even the same. One is the teacher, one is the student.
Right. Beyonce is not in Janet's league.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
You gonna stop talking about B this much now, Tequila.
Okay, look.
There gets to a point where you talking too much about B. But no, you're right.
You brought it up.
But I will say this.
I'm not saying that B is not great. But B is Janet.
Yeah.
B is not Janet, and Janet is not B.
It's true. That is true. That's a true statement.
Okay. So that's why it's like you can't,
it's a true statement.
It's hard for them too.
But when you look at icons, they're always going to be compared to one another because they're both
like amazing.
How many Black women have accomplished what those two have in the music media?
Yeah, like, they've done a lot.
You can't yes, they're not of the same time, but they are in the same field when you talk about greatness and what they have accomplished.
But
and what they mean to us.
But Janet is always there first because she came first.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
She came way first. She came way first.
She came with Young Love first.
I will say
she was the blueprint.
But in the things that matter in that field, though, Beyonce is doing better than she did, though.
Yeah.
Because Janet got a titty ripped out. That's why. But we'll say that for another day.
But Justin Timberlake.
But Justin Timberlake. And he even said he did that on purpose.
Hashtag never let it go.
Never let it go.
Not until he paid for it.
Okay. Here we go. Here's the next one. Season 7 or All Stars 4? Which one you getting rid of? Which one you
I eat both of those. Both of them hoes could go.
I do have one question.
Right.
Let me get that bitch a 2 piece.
Delete.
On season 7. On season 7, in the mini challenge, the dance challenge where you had to dress up as a grandma.
Okay.
The question was never answered. Where did you get a loaf of bread?
That is true. Where did you get a loaf of bread?
It was on the prop table.
Oh, really?
When we had to run to the table and grab stuff, the bread was sitting right there.
Interesting. Okay. That's random that
but
they put some
bread on the prop table.
Baby, but I was thankful because I need some bread to take back to my room. I had hot dogs and munchy meat sandwich in the bag, and I needed to eat.
That is true. So that is a question I do have. Like, do you have to, like, how do you eat, like, during these
They bring
seasons?
us food.
Okay.
Well, see, we get to eat, like, the lunch. We do, like, breakfast, lunch, dinner.
Okay.
And then when we go to our rooms, they come by with this big old basket full of stuff.
Gotcha.
Cookies, juices, wines, little shots, whatever it is. Yeah. And I was at the end, so they always had to fill up right before they got to my door.
So you got all this stuff.
Baby, I came home with shit. Do you hear me? I was giving hoes gift bags. Here, bitch, take this. You're going to need that.
Too funny. Okay, let's see here. Let's do a couple more. Fenty makeup or MAC makeup?
Fenty.
Okay, so we open
I
MAC.
get Fenty. And I ain't never used Fenty, but I do know MAC make at least the brown people look like monkeys around here.
Ooh. See, we
because it start cracking right in here,
and
right up in there, it always give me that glow right in here, and it always give me like monkey cheese. So I
like Fenty too. I like Fenty too. I don't use the makeup. I use the facial stuff. So I use the facial stuff. Yeah.
I heard that stuff is really good.
It's really good. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I just picked up the what's the one she just dropped? Like it's like almost a skin tint. I forget what they called it. Mm-hmm. I was like, okay, let me see what this is talking about for summer. Try it out here. Okay, let's see here. Luther or Stevie?
Oh,
who we ooping?
Luther.
We ooping Stevie then.
Stevie.
Wait. This is a trick question.
I bet you he didn't see that coming though.
Is it Big Luther or Skinny Luther?
It didn't matter, honey. Luther was singing on both ways. I don't know why people say, "Oh, he was singing when he was big. Oh, he was singing when he was little, baby. He was singing."
He was just singing, period.
Luther, I just said that I have not heard a better male singer than Luther Vandross yet.
It's hard.
Not before.
And not after.
And not today. I haven't found not one. Not one.
There we go.
Not one.
There we go.
Not one. Bye, Stevie.
I know that's right. Oh, damn. I just accidentally deleted all my questions. Ooh.
Well, can you redo it?
Let's see it. There we go. There we go. Blonde versus brunette. For yourself.
Oop the brunette.
You told him to oop the brunette.
Just quick.
You said for myself.
Oh, I thought you said that to Jasmine. I'm like, damn.
Okay, I was like, okay, baby. You like,
well, I do love you in blondes. I do love blondes.
I'm going to say, you know what? I think blonde.
Okay.
Yeah.
The more lighter colors.
Okay.
Yeah. So we oop the brunette.
We oop the brunette. Okay.
The brunette gave me Lifetime's Killer Z's. See that damn babysitter, honey. The drag queen that's tearing up people.
Okay, here we go. Here's a good one. Jasmine Guy or Jasmine Sullivan?
Huh?
Which Jasmine you ooping?
That's a handshake for me.
Right.
Look, you see the gears. Look. She over here trying to shake out an answer. Like, what we gonna do, girl? What we gonna do?
That one confused me. I'm a ooh.
See, I gotta go with Jasmine Guy because they're not in the same range.
No.
But I'm
get anger. Wait, pause.
Where anger go from?
Question it. Look,
the prop table. The prop table.
She didn't grab the hanger. She's like, I'm about to whoop her. I'm about to whoop her with this damn.
Right. I'm like, honey, these ain't even the same age group. I'm like,
no, but you gotta
taking the whole through his childhood to today.
Yeah.
You gotta oop one of them. One of them
I
got to go.
I got to oops Jasmine Sullivan then.
Okay, bye Jasmine Sullivan.
I didn't grow up with her.
Right.
I remember her getting booed on the parlor.
Ooh, you right though.
She did. I had that on VHS for a long time.
I'm a oop Miss Guy. Cause Miss Sullivan is out here. I just turned 33. I grew up with Miss Jasmine Guy, but Miss Sullivan is out here living her. She out here living her best life right now.
She doing it.
And where I'm at right now, Miss Sullivan is in my life right now.
Yeah. Ain't neither one of them in my life right now, but I'm going off.
Well, you named after one of them,
right? So she got to go.
I am.
She got to go with that.
I got to go with that one. I got to.
It's tough. Because I like Jasmine Guy. I like Jasmine Guy. I
ain't never seen him be so indecisive.
Yeah, this is normally he's like, this is bitch,
right.
this.
Yeah, no, I'm like,
and quick with it. Quick with it.
But I think I would have to in this moment, I would have to oop Jasmine Guy just because Jasmine Sullivan is giving me what I need right now. But back then, Jasmine Guy was giving me what I needed. Like,
yeah.
I don't know. I just always loved looking up to Jasmine Guy. I just looked up to her. I was like, well, you better do that. Like,
yeah.
I was just always rooting for her.
It just
even to this day, I still am.
Me too. Same here.
Yeah. Like, I would love for her to have a comeback and be in something. Like,
Absolutely.
like
I saw her at the Vortex Burger joint here in Atlanta. Like Corey, I was like, Corey, is that Jasmine Guy? And he's like, yup. I was like, shit. And I couldn't stop looking at her. I was like, oh shit. Like, I don't normally care about celebrities and shit like that. For her, I was like, oh,
I'd
that's
be
my
like,
childhood. I know that's right. All right, so one last one here. We'll do one last one to get you out of here. Stephanie Mills or Diana Ross?
Stephanie Mills got to stay.
Okay, Oopin' Diana. Oopin' Diana. When I think of home.
Diana Ross gave us glamour. Stephanie Mills gave us soul and voice.
Yeah.
You know, and you want to see rhinestones and big poofy stuff and all that, we looked at Ross. When we want to feel soul,
we went to Stephanie.
We heard
when Stephanie. You wanted to go home.
When you really wanted to go home.
When you really
wanted to go home.
When you really wanted to go home.
Miss Mills was it.
Yes. Miss Mills was who we needed.
You're right.
Yeah, I think I am going to keep though Diana Ross though. Like I'm an oops.
I love you. I love you.
Yeah,
and she gave us Tracy
I lived and I think I lived for her glam. I lived for the drama. I lived for it.
She was the first drag queen we all saw.
You might be right.
Yeah,
you might be right.
Yeah,
yeah. And I mean, you know, if I'm going by vocals, when I need to hear a whole sing, I need to hear Stephanie Mills sing.
Yeah.
That's why I said Diana Ross gave us the glamour and the, you know, and that was fine. But when you want to get down into a whole hitting you in the heart, Stephanie Mills,
you want to feel your spirit moved. You weren't going to Diana. You were like,
right.
You know.
But then I'll see you at the crib, lady girl.
Yeah. I'll see you later, girl.
I holla.
Right.
I holla. Your mashed potatoes gonna be dry tonight, sis. I'm gonna go to Stephanie. She gonna ask She about to ask
not dry mashed potatoes.
Not dry mashed potatoes. But anyway,
worse than a dry mashed potato.
Very few things.
Are you using that?
Right.
Just that yuck, like, oh yeah, no.
Just like no, this ain't it.
You can keep that.
Keep that.
Yeah. Don't bring it over here.
I don't eat carbs no way. I don't eat carbs no way. Keto life.
Now when air is better, okay.
Hello, for real.
Damn, that's rough in these streets.
But Jasmine, on a diet every time you go to her house.
Thank you, boo.
Yes.
Thank you for taking the time.
It was wonderful.
Like when you said you actually wanted to come on, we were like, oh, she actually come on.
I was serious like a motherfucker. I was like, wait, I'm doing a cameo for something I ain't even been on yet? What kind of shit is this?
I know that's right. So seriously, we're like, we make this shit happen now.
It's like, say less, sis, say less. Okay.
Yes.
And by the way, I did see on your IG that you're going to be in Atlanta in June. If a host show up to these performances and you act like you don't know nobody,
all you got to do is just tell me who you are.
It'd be like Auntea Kerel from Minority Report, bitch.
and I would know who. I remember people who I have a good conversation.
Yeah,
you know. Yeah. And when you tell me I'm such and such from such and such, okay, yes,
you know,
yeah.
Because if not, like, okay. I'm gonna get my heart broken. I'm like,
and I'm not here to break no hearts.
I'm gonna do like the church finger out the
club. She gonna be in her IG like, I know you know me. Hey, look, don't you see this? Like, you see this? Right?
Don't you see this? Don't you see this?
Seriously, so I'm definitely gonna try to get there. Like I think you're at the Heretic or forget the other one.
The Heretic and the Traffic.
Yep,
and
Traffic.
I may be I'm trying to get to Midtown Moon.
Okay, yeah.
But I'm just waiting to see if I have to go somewhere else before I get to Atlanta.
Right.
But hopefully things work out where I can do the whole
Is Dallas on your schedule?
Dallas, yes. Dallas is what's that, Juneteenth?
Okay.
I'm gonna be there. I think the 18th, somewhere around there with Kennedy. I'm gonna be out there for like a week, performing at different places. Okay. I think Area 11, and a brunch. I'll post it up though. They still giving me dates and shit. They keep pouring on in.
Look, and we'll post them too.
Booked and busy. Booked and busy.
Oh, thank you. Yes.
Absolutely.
what I put on my Facebook page, I'm fully vaccinated and fully functional.
That part.
Boom.
Fully employable. Thank you.
Yeah.
So please book a bitch.
I know that is right. Seriously. Well, where can they find you? If they don't know, I don't know why they wouldn't, but where can they find you
at? On Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube, Jasmine Masters, or it's Miss MS Jasmine Masters.
Perfect.
And I'm there. I got a blue check on some. You know, if I don't, it's me.
But we appreciate you so much. And
Thank
you
you.
back whenever you want to. You be like, girl, I want to hop on and just talk. Okay.
Yeah. Whenever y'all need me, just let me know.
Absolutely.
I ain't doing shit anyway.
That part, say it, but
and then,
I ain't doing shit anyway. Shit.
And Tequila, thank you for filling in at the last second for us. We really appreciate it.
Yes, thank you for coming on.
Anytime.
So nice to meet you.
You know, I enjoy my aunties.
Oh, thanks.
Okay.
Yay.
And community, wash your hands, wash your legs, wash your ass, and we'll see you next week.
Please wash your ass.
Please wash your ass.
With soap and water.
Please. Soap, suds it up.
Open them cheeks and get to scrubbing.
Get in.
Don't just let the water run over your ass. You got to open the cheeks up.
You got to clip them hairs out. You got a lot of hair back there. Because they get caught around them hairs. You got little skid marks in your drawers and shit. That's because you got little doodle in the butt hairs.
Doodle brown.
Doodle brown.
I know that's right. All right, see you.
Bye, community.
Bye, y'all. Thanks for having me. See y'all soon.
Thank you so much for being on.